Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And good morning, my dear friends. How are you? Welcome into Sunshine's Corner. It is Wellness Wednesday, and today we are celebrating a remarkable milestone with Baptist Healthcare right here in Pensacola, celebrating 75 years of service right here in our community. And we are so honored, to highlight the impact that they continue to make on lives right here in our community. Joining me today, of course, it is one of those celebrants who with us today. This incredible woman doing a powerful work. This is Dr. Joy Powell of, I said it right that time, didn't I?
You did.
Because this young lady right here has done so much work in this community. It is absolutely incredible. Now we got another guest coming in, Matea. She's running a few minutes late, but she's going to come on in the second break.
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking about some things today, a conversation that you don't want to miss. We're talking about better together. I love that when I read that. An initiative focused on building a drug-free community, strengthening our families, creating healthier, futures for all of us, including our children.
Yes.
We're going to explore the Soul Shop.
Yes, Soul Shop.
I can't wait to hear about that. Bringing awareness and support that resources for those who are navigating through mental health.
Yes.
And mental health today is throwing out so many life challenges. It's unbelievable. And this is more than just a conversation today. This is what we call a call to action, where we learn more about many ways that we can get involved and stay informed and be a part of a positive change right here in our community.
Yes.
And I gotta say to you, Joy, thank you so much for coming in and always doing these important guests that you bring in with us. Because today, this is where purpose meets power.
Yes.
And conversation creates change.
You might need to pin that one.
Baby, I got that down now. where purpose meets power and conversation creates change. I believe, and I wish I could stand up, but I would be standing up 6'2", the camera would miss me. I want to give you your accolades.
I could stand up and the camera wouldn't miss nothing.
With nothing. They have you full body.
Nothing happen.
But look, I say that because with 75 years, I want to say for Baptist, I've been here in Florida now for quite a while. And I look at this, and to say that I can see the growth even there.
Yes.
From the time that I've been here. And now they're right there on the corner of Brent Lane, and it is huge. It's like a whole campus. And then to look at you, I met you several years ago. And I was talking with Joy off camera. You've been here 9 years. And I want to turn and look at you and say this. When you got your head on, when you want to make a difference, when you want something to change, where you can be a part of that puzzle that completes and makes it all positive, this is what she did. She came in from Memphis, Tennessee.
901, baby.
Memphis, Tennessee. Made Pensacola her home. Has taken the community, especially our faith community, and turned it into something that you're connecting the dots where things need to be. And we're gonna, it's like what you have done.
All God.
It's Jesus, you know what I'm saying?
All God.
And I say that when you look at the state of the community today, what do you believe the root issue is? Not just what we see on the surface, but what's happening underneath with all of us, all the stuff that's going around, and with you, with all that you've done, and what do you think it is?
From a data standpoint, let's start there. Achieve Healthy Escarosa, we look at, we do a community health needs assessment.
Right.
And that community health needs assessment, they send out surveys to residents, and we ask specific questions about what's happening in their communities.
Okay.
So we just finished a CHNA, community health needs assessment, last year. And so some of the hot topics, or some of the hot data points, were overweight and obesity, mental health, substance abuse, or substance use. We're going to talk about two of those today. Access to care, And then it's just a whole thing around attainable housing and healthy foods.
Right.
There is a lot of work that is going on. So it's like the iceberg, right? You see what's on top, but at the bottom you don't see all the moving pieces.
Exactly.
And so those are some of the things that, of course, outside of our chronic diseases, that so many of our residents contend with, right?
Okay.
But for me, I think the biggest thing is the health literacy.
Yes, Lord.
Because you can give me every pamphlet, you can give me every direction, like instructions. If I don't understand and comprehend what this says,
exactly,
how do I follow it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Follow up on a lot of those things, and I say that because when you bring up even with obesity, childhood.
Sedentary lifestyles.
I'm trying to put the words in so I won't anybody think I'm being cold-hearted. No, I'm not. But it's the fact of it is, I think that there's so many things that we as a community, and what you bring and offer to the community, and a lot of these things are accessible, that's free, that you can get a lot of help if you want it.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're out and you're about this, and Joy Baptist, you've served this community for 75 years, and that you being a great big part of it, how has the definition of health evolved beyond a physical care?
So the definition of health has always been the same.
Right.
It's just like we have taken pieces of the definition and wanted to make it fit what the narrative is. When I say we, I mean individuals.
Exactly.
And so it is really it's basically the presence of a state of body, mind, spirit lacking disease mechanisms, right? And so you can't just talk about health and think about physical. You have to think about what I call the pies.
Exactly.
Physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and social. So you could have a resident that lives in a senior facility. They could be good, thriving, right? Like with physical health, but if they don't have that emotional support and that social interaction, there's a part of them that's missing.
Exactly.
So we have to look at health from a holistic standpoint.
I got you.
One of the things that we do within the Faith Health Network is we train people in congregations to be able to notice things, or be able to help with some of that. If you're discharged from the hospital and you need somebody to walk your dog and you've had a fall, I'm still gonna walk that dog. So now, Sonshine, you can come over because you live 4 houses down, and you're not scared of my little bitty puppy. Yeah. You can walk the dog.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's all about the social support.
Exactly.
And Pensacola is very unique.
When you say Pensacola, because I know, what has you see since your stay here, and I can tell you a lot since I've been here, that has evolved or changed or taken on to go to the next level,
right?
Since you've been here, and then offering, and with your connection, your faith connection, you can't go to anything in the community and you don't see a tag on there from Baptist. You don't go to anything in the community and you don't see in a church. You see something tagged from Baptist. With that connection, what do you see has changed though? What is it, the one thing that has changed the most? You said something that was totally powerful, that when you got to have help, for instance, even if it's down to losing weight or having that, I had to call somebody this weekend because I told you I need you to be my accountability coach.
Right.
Because you need that person, that somebody that you got to answer to give that. But when all of these things, like with what all you named up, so many entities that Baptists supply for the community, with that connection, all that you do, that tells me that it all rolls from the top.
It does.
And it trickles down.
And so what we call it is culture.
Okay.
So it's our culture.
Exactly.
It's not uncommon for you to see our CEO, coming in, walking. He parks the furthest from the building than anybody. Like,
he walks.
And walks. He leads by example, right?
Exactly.
And so
say that one more time.
He leads by example.
Okay.
And so it's not uncommon for him to walk up and he sees a piece of paper on the sidewalk. He's not going to go and call EVS and say,
he's going to bend over and pick it up.
That's culture. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the culture. And so when you talk about seeing Baptist's logo on all of these different events, it's intentional, right?
Exactly.
We are locally owned, locally governed, okay? And it's to the point where we don't have to wait for headquarters to say you can sponsor Sonshine's Corner.
Right.
We don't have to do that.
I got you. You know what's beneficial.
Right.
So
right,
you do
right,
it.
Right. And so it's very intentional because we are striving to be the trusted partner in the community. And so we show up in places and spaces that people that we need to see are in. So it's nothing for you to see us volunteering with Habitat for Humanity.
Exactly.
We did a Baptist bill a couple of weeks ago. And I think that is the footprint of trust.
Exactly.
Showing up in communities when you don't need anything from them.
Amen. So God, yes. Being there, knowing that you're there, and I'm not there saying, give me. You get what I mean? That is awesome. What the point that we're making today, ladies and gentlemen, that's the 75 years is a long time. Look, oh God, this is close to 100 years is unbelievable.
And guess what?
What?
We haven't had most hospitals that have had 75 years has had double-digit CEOs.
And
we haven't.
Mark?
No. When I say double digits, I mean like if you've been in existence 75 years, you may have had 12 to 13
Right.
CEOs.
How many years, Mark?
No. 12 to 13 CEOs.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we're in single digits.
Get out of here. That says something. You don't have a rollover.
No. Turnover.
A turnover. I'm rolling, baby.
Yeah,
rolling,
I see
rolling,
you
rolling.
You rolling.
I
yeah.
mean, but you don't have a high turnover because when you have a high turnover, that says something. That speaks volumes.
Yep.
If you're constantly flip, it speaks volumes.
Right.
But look at that. But you see, all of these things that you have are saying something, and that's why they are here for you, community, 75 years.
And then, and even with today's conversation, when we bring Matea on, when we talk about being the trusted partner, we're not just talking about residents.
Exactly.
Like I was able to call her and say, hey, I'm going on Sonshine. We're talking about mental health. Can you want to come?
Exactly.
But that is a relationship that we've built with Health and Hope and with her practice. So, it's all about bringing people to the table. So I can imagine like a lot of times when I bring guests, a lot of them don't all come from Baptist.
Exactly. I know.
It's on trusted partnerships.
Exactly.
And we're in trusted spaces so that we can work together for the same common goals.
Building that relationship. And that foundation is what's strong.
Yes, it is.
And if you got a strong foundation, your roof's not going to cave in.
That's it.
And I say that because Joy does a lot of work and she brings a lot of people that have benefited me in so many ways. I'm building, when she has that relationship, then I take that and build off that relationship and take it a step further. But it's all about the community.
Right.
And it's not about, have you noticed that she hasn't said I yet?
No.
Because it's us, we. Baptist, the family.
That's right. That's right.
You have to work together. And I was listening. I said, she hasn't said I yet. Because there's no I when it comes to we. When it comes to the community, there is no I. When it comes to the community and making it better, there is no I. You cannot do it alone. You have to have a foundation there that's positive. You gotta have a foundation there that you got a goal. You painted this picture, but you can't complete it. You got to have all the pieces of the puzzle.
It's like the links, the arm links together.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to my pastor on Sunday, and he spoke of old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone.
There you go.
But if you want to go far, take someone with you.
Take somebody with you.
And so it's easy to go fast, but fast doesn't always give you the results that you are.
Exactly.
That you're, think about how long we've been having conversations about mammography.
Exactly.
When I first came to Pensacola and met you, and Casey was and we were doing, and so we've seen some more women now come forward and say that they need the mammograms.
Exactly.
But we went together. We didn't go fast.
Not at all.
And when we were together last September, we had women walking through the door.
Didn't we though?
We were registering them on site. So that's what it's about.
Exactly.
Meeting people where they are.
Meeting people where they are. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conversation today. You stay with us because Matea,
yes,
she's about to come on. We're going to find out the things about her. So stay with us right here on Sonshine's Corner.
For 75 years, we've been caring for families, creating jobs, and working to build a healthier community. This is your home, and ours too. We're honored to be the trusted partner in your care. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Step into your hometown boot store right here in Pensacola, Florida. The largest selections of Western boots and attire, including our own style of custom Anderson bean. The boot store also carries a great selection on workwear from boots to fire-resistant clothing. When you're looking for authentic wear, accompanied with authentic service, show up at your hometown boot store where you're more like family than you are a customer. And remember, the savings and selection are found behind the big red boot.
I'm Kathy Holsworth, Artistic Director at Pensacola Little Theater. Join me on the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. for the Center Stage, where me and my artistic friends talk about all things on the stage and at the Clark Family Cultural Center. Join us, won't you?
Early detection saves lives. The Florida Department of Health and Escambia County's Regional Florida Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program is hosting a mobile mammography event on Tuesday, April 14th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Santa Rosa County Health Department at 5527 Stewart Street in Milton. Free or low-cost mammograms will be provided to eligible women 40 to 64 who do not have health insurance and have low income. Walk-ins are welcome. To see if you qualify, call 850-316-2706.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner, and I want to welcome in Matea.
Yes.
Hi, Matea.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, all right, okay, this is your camera right there.
Okay.
There you go. Now, but you're going to look at me 90% of the time.
Yes, I like that. I like that. That's easier.
There you go. Well, look, thank you for coming in today. Oh, I see so much I got to find out about Matea. I see she's got a business of her own, and she works there at Health and Hope.
Yes,
well,
ma'am.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's truly a blessing to be able to have a private practice and also be at Health and Hope Clinic, being the behavioral health director, and just giving like the access to care. I heard before y'all came on, like literally giving people and meeting where they are and treating the whole person.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, how do you do all of that?
Oh, nothing but God.
Come on, Jesus.
Nothing but God.
Come on, Jesus.
Literally his strength every day. I say, God, I just trust you to be God. And whatever your will is, I'm following.
I got you. Well, let's talk about mental health.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now, you're there with Health and Hope.
Yes.
Is that the mental health through that part or with your other business?
So both. I mean,
both.
With Health and Hope, I am the behavioral health director. So we have now, when I first got there in November, it was nothing but like interns. There's a couple, but now we have so many partnerships with Troy. We have UWF social work, psychology program as well. I have Liberty University. I have Walden University interns, University of West Alabama.
Really?
So it's really growing. I'm so blessed. And then we have volunteer providers. So we're a volunteer clinic. Nobody is really paid, but in the sense of our program there, we have classes, we have groups, we have individual counseling if you're a patient of Health and Hope. So you have to be 18 years or older to receive services from us and have no insurance. So everything's free, healthcare, dental, specialties. If we can't do it in-house, we refer out to our partners like Baptist, where they get their blood work when they first become a patient of Health and Hope. They go straight to Baptist to get their blood work. They come back free of charge, and then we start assessments. They get primary care appointment, and then we triage them accordingly based off of their needs. And they have a social determinant and behavioral health screening right there in the intake process. So I just started that new model April 1st. So when they come in, they do the intake, they do like their payments and like how much they make and stuff like that, kind of like they're presenting problems for the first 30 minutes to get established as a patient. And then the next 30 minutes, my interns, me, providers, we try to build the client engagement, because we know mental health is the stigma. Nobody wants, everybody is big, but the thing is, it's also very scary to take that first step to say, hey, I'm truly not okay. So I'm trying to make sure that we meet them where they are right there in that moment, because they're focusing on their physical health. But I want them to be able to understand that our physical health is affected by our mental health. And that's that whole person. We're mind, body, and spirit. So being mindful of like, hey, we go to the dentist every 6 months. We go to the doctor when something's wrong, but what about talking to a therapist or going to a peer-to-peer support group and having that sense of community?
I can't close my mouth. Listen to this one. You gave me so much to chew on right there. But when it comes to a person, when you say mental health,
yes,
let's first of all get rid of this stigma. Something wrong with you. Is something wrong if you don't go? When it comes to that, when you talk to a person who has problems,
yes,
stress, you deal with it, you shut it away, you put it in a corner, is that likely to explode at some point?
Yes, because I tell people strength and suffering are both silent. So a lot of people that are strong, they say, oh, I'm a strong person. I'm like, no, I don't want to be strong. I want to be resilient. I want to be able to get through adversities and be able to learn how to cope in a healthy way. But we're so used to suffering and suppressing because that strong woman, strong man, like let's just man up mentality, especially within the Black community. I always tell people that it's true that we have been put on face, like it's, but people, even regardless of your race, it's the mask that we put on. We put on a mask because we got to look a certain way, we got to have a certain image. But the thing is, that mental health, that's our brain. That's literally the only organism that tells our body what to do. So it's like, if we don't check in on that and we don't want to be healthy because we're so fearful, we're setting ourselves up for failure.
I mean, Joy, I'm coming back. But she's getting me with so much today. I mean,
I'm good.
What does true healing looks like from a person who feels as if they're broken and forgotten? That I think affects a lot of us.
Yes, because I've been there, truly feeling.
And I asked that question because I'm asking for me.
Okay, so I like that. And the thing is, when you feel as if you're broken, I always go back to healing is a process, not a destination. And we are all broken, but we do become whole.
Okay.
Because people's whole thing is like, I'm going to be healed, and I'm like, yeah, you're going to be healed, set free, and delivered from the Holy Spirit. But in the sense of that process, it takes time. It's 1% better. But seeing them and meeting them right there and letting them know you are seen, you are heard, and your feelings are valid.
Exactly.
And making sure that we reassure them and we affirm them. But also, me as a therapist, I always tell my clients and people I see, your feelings are valid, but they're just not factual.
Okay.
So let's come back and let's really take out the emotions, but understanding how to name it and tame it. And when you feel broken, it's like, let's get to the root of that problem. Let's go back to usually childhood or a relationship. It doesn't have to be like an intimate relationship. People don't realize it can be a work relationship. It can be a teacher that has wounded you. And you, with that sense of your mind condition, your brain says, like planting those seeds. Somebody plants that seed and then we go back and water it because nobody else told us differently. So my biggest thing is when they're in that moment of feeling broken, I challenge that and say, well, I see you feel left out, but who else is there for you? Who else needs you?
When you feel like there's nobody there.
When you feel like there's nobody, then I let them know I'm here for you.
Okay.
I show up as the first line of support. I want them to know that I'm doing this work with them, and there's no really expectation because people come in, they're like, okay, you're gonna lay on the couch and we're gonna do this, we're gonna talk about that, deep-rooted stuff, and it's not always heavy. It is not always heavy when it comes to mental health, not at all.
When a person feels as if, excuse me, Joy, but she's bringing the questions that I think that we need to bring out because I am not the only one, or should I say I used myself when I asked that question. I'm sure I'm not the only one that experienced those type situations when you feel that way and you sometimes suppress or you step away from it because you know what you'll do. You understand what I'm saying?
That avoidance.
But you want to understand how to handle that. If you are having difficulty, and just because you may not feel as if you have the monies or insurance right now, we see what's happening in this world today. A lot of people are suffering when it comes to monetary. A lot of people don't have what they need when it comes to insurance. A lot of people don't have enough money to even go to the grocery store. And that causes pressure. And as my kid used to say, Mama, pressure bust pipes.
So true. That's like that Encanto movie. My kids got Disney. It's like that sister, like the pipes. Everything's just so heavy, and that's why I said, like,
you gonna pop.
And that's one thing I've noticed. Like one of the barriers. That's why I implemented the model I did at Health and Hope, because even within private practice, those people are coming to me in pain. But I also recognize too, even starting off when I started in 2022. I was like, this is kingdom work. It was bigger than me just getting paid. I'm more so the outcome. I want to build up healthy people for God's kingdom. I want people to be able to see themselves the way that he sees them. And the money is like, no, talk to a therapist and see, hey, can you do pro bono?
Right.
That's a free session. And a lot of people are serving. I mean, I served a lot, I give back, and I just know God gives it back tenfold.
Oh, but of course.
But that pressure of everything that's going on, like you said, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If I don't have food, if I don't have clothing, if I don't have shelter, that self-preservation is not going to happen. That self-awareness, that talking about things that's going on, because I'm focused on my chronic illness that they just diagnosed me with.
Right.
So that's why it's so huge to understand that healthcare and the amount of people that serve in this community, regardless if it's healthcare physically, but mental health, like we need to start tying it all together, because it's the whole
She just
person.
said that.
Holistic approach, instead of just looking at it very much so, okay, let me put this person in a box here for this, let me put them in a box for here. Like, let's talk about integrative care and having that. And that's what Health and Help is about. It's amazing to have a primary care physician there and people that volunteer, and then so many specialties that can come over and say, hey, I have a patient right now that probably needs the services, and then we're able to triage them and get them what they need. If they need to go to Baptist, if they need to go to Lakeview, because I would never put anybody in a situation that, if it's outside of my scope, I'm very easy to say, hey, I need help here too. And being teachable and like really leaning independent on the people in the community to help just wrap around the people that in this community that need the help. And even if they don't know, I tell people awareness is the first step. So I give them awareness, educate them on what it is, and then I give them a choice.
You're supposed to be here today. I mean, you did. I mean, you do good every time. But she's here because, I mean, I'm looking at things like this. Now, what I want you to do now, I'm talking to the community as a whole. When I talk to people a lot, and when I get conversations with someone, there are so many fearful things in the back of their minds because of the things that are happening in the world today. I'm just gonna be real. It affects them not just because, but they're wondering what the next step gonna be if this happens. Well, Sonshine, if I go this way, well then what would that do? When I say that, there are so many of us, and I want people in my community, especially because Black people feel like in our community we're not supposed to have mental health.
So true.
We think that we are too strong to have mental health, but we do. I want us to realize, because of how, I'll say like this, even with gas prices, how they are, I'm gonna tie this in. If I only have this much money and I'm doing this, and I gotta keep my car fueled, and now regular gas is almost $4 a gallon, that's a trying thing for a person who's trying to support. And they're holding all of these things in. When they're in a place of toxicity, those things all work together to cause a person to get to a breaking point. How can we convince them to call on you? Because I hear that you've got everything that they need. Even if you don't have the money, the Bible said, ask and it shall be given, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be opened. If you keep it shut, can't nothing come to a shut hand.
Closed mouths can't get fed.
Cold mouth cannot get fed.
And that fear-based Sonshine, like based off what, like knowing how it is, the fear is real.
That's what I'm saying. It is so real.
Fear is so real, but the thing is too, but also in a community that being in the Bible Belt in Pensacola, Florida, it's like a church on every corner. And
this is not the Bible Belt.
But okay, it's not. It's not the Bible Belt, Joy. But the thing is, it's like,
a lot of churches.
It's a lot of churches. Yeah. But the thing is too, and faith and fear can't live in the same body. So then I challenge their faith. If you come in there and you say you're a believer, so God made a sense of fear. He didn't give us a spirit of it, but he did give us a nervous system that says, I don't feel safe, even if it's not physically, but emotionally. If I don't feel safe to explain how I'm feeling to someone or be able to be authentically me, yes, I'm not going to show up in that space. It takes time of building that relationship and building that rapport so they can be able to trust me and trust the people that is there, even in the community, the groups that we have at Health and Help. You don't have to be a patient, it's free. I do Mind Matters, I do restorative wellness, like tonight's restorative wellness. Mind Matters a lot of psychoeducation. We talk about boundaries, we talk about toxicity, work environments, we talk about narcissistic abuse recovery, we talk about codependency, trauma responses. So really anxiety, and that anxiety is the fear of what if. And I tell everybody, I said, how can we live in the present moment where we're living in the past, and we're also trying to live in the future?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
We can't focus on things that, and what's inside of our control is not that.
We need to have a session.
Yes.
I'm talking about a live thing. You understand what I'm saying? We need to bring this together. A community thing. What you all are bringing is what people are dealing with right now. So many of us are quiet.
and struggling.
But we've been taught that. We've been taught that's learned behavior, right?
It stays in this house.
What happens in this,
house
it's a couple
stays,
things
yes.
that, our parents said, eat all your food on your plate. I'm for, why you put 5 pork chops on my plate?
Exactly.
How am I supposed to do that? Which goes back to the obesity issue,
Yep.
right? What happens in this house stays in this house.
That's right.
Right?
Exactly.
It's a lot of stuff that has been conditioned in our minds.
And subconsciously, it's still there.
It is.
The older
it
we
is.
get, that subconscious is still
It
there.
is, and I like what Mattea said about healing is it's the destination.
It's a destination. It's a process, not a destination.
Right.
You're not going to arrive to.
Yeah, and so people say, well, I've healed. Well, no, you probably haven't if nothing has happened to trigger that thing.
Ooh, and
That's
I love
right.
that word.
Right? And
trigger.
Unhealed
so,
wounds.
like, you can talk about, yeah, I've healed, I've done this, but if somebody, I may be healed from, give me something, Mattea. From, this is a good one, the imposter syndrome.
Perfectionism.
You tell me I can't watch this, right?
'Cause I'm proving myself, trying to
until
prove.
something comes up, and then I'm in my mind again thinking, let me show them.
Am I good enough?
Yep, imposter.
Really?
Trying to feel like as if
I see that's breaking your concentration, but look, we're going to be out of this hole in a minute. I could tell it broke her. I saw her eyes.
No, that's just me. I'm always
She's
like,
looking.
but I
She's
tell
looking.
people, but that's one thing. Being a black woman, I tell people I have ADHD diagnosed with it,
me and you
and
go
I
back,
mean,
I'm
it's literally like squirrel. I take my medicine in the morning. It's a tool in my toolbox, but it's not the only tool. Like I have to have timers, and that's what I tell people. Medication, we have to stop normalizing the temporary fixes for permanent problems.
Ooh, God, girl, I need to talk to you. When do you see people shift from surviving to truly living?
Thriving, because God called us to thrive. Survival is the sense of being in that trauma response of I'm trying to protect myself. We feel as if we're trying to have self-preservation, but we're putting walls up. And that we say, I got boundaries. No, you're cutting people off. You're avoiding something. You're running from the situation. A boundary's a door. It says, hey, I can open this door and I can close it. If you're toxic, I determine who has access to me. And if it's not something that's aligned with me or aligned with what I'm doing in my life, I can close that door. But it's giving people that encouragement and that empowerment.
Okay, what did you just say?
Boundaries.
No, boundaries. You said never. If you're running with somebody that's toxic,
I can close the door. I don't have
Okay.
to run with you. I can say, this is not aligned with me, this relationship is not gonna work, and I just no longer wanna be a part of it. But we have to be able to say, have boundaries without feeling guilty.
Okay.
We go back to that thing of like, that's my mom, I only got one mom, I only have one grandma, I only got one dad, and I'm like, I set boundaries with my mom, I set boundaries with my father and my grandmother. I'm like, if y'all gonna talk about the same thing that's been happening for 20 plus years, sorry, me and my kids aren't gonna attend the cookout. It's just not gonna happen.
oh my goodness, you're talking some good stuff. Joy, this show should be 5 hours today.
We can go on and on.
We can
we're
go
in the
on and
house.
on and on and on and on. I mean, but you're talking things that I think that our community needs to be aware of. And let me roll back, and I want you to focus on this. If you do not have the necessities to get you to the end result that's going to be better for you, remember Mattea. She's there at Health and Hope. Now let's skip over and talk about your private business.
Okay.
Talk about that, so if they don't get you there, they can get you there.
Yeah, so Be Still Therapy is where I started in 2022, and it was nothing but a leap of faith. And I mean, it was a struggle. I mean, joy, nothing but God, people that have like the connections. And I say every morning, I say, God, you're sending the people, you're sending the resources, doors are opening, healing is flowing, and my voice is being used. I could declare that every single day. Because Be Still Therapy was at a time when I was literally pushed out of the education system in the Escambia County School District based off of my patterns and behaviors. I was not healthy in that space, but I was a highly effective teacher, but I was so ego driven. I did this, I'm an amazing teacher, and I not once I thank God when I first got the job at 21, but going to fast forward to 2022, it was all about Mattea. Be Still Therapy came, I had to get still, and God 3 days told me, you don't have a job, you're not going back to education, use a degree that I've given you. So Be Still Therapy is from Psalms 46:10, because it's always been my hardest thing is to get still, because I've been very cuffed to constant go mode. Like I always have to go somewhere.
ADHD.
Because my mom has also told me too, if you're not working, you're lazy. And that's a lie. Productivity is what's best. Being busy, that you're not getting
That's just
nothing
a
done.
function.
You're in autopilot, you're just constantly going.
And you're not being
And rest
productive.
truly is a requirement. It's not a luxury. And I've had to sit with that. So Be Still Therapy was birthed by that, and Psalms 46:10 keeps me going each day. And I tell my clients, that's why I named it, because you have to get still to heal. You have to sit with your feelings. You don't have to stay there, because that's my job to make sure you don't stay there. But I open up Be Still to be able to reach people. And I love when I see anybody within our community that comes and says, hey, Matei, I want help. Because I never turn them away. I work with them. If it's financial, they're like, I say, how much can you pay me? Or if you can't pay, be honest and tell me you can't pay. But that's the thing, I want them to be honest, because that's where healing starts. You have to be honest, you have to be humble, you have to be open, and you have to be transparent. So when I started Be Still Therapy, my boys were like, Mama, you gonna do this? And I was like, baby, I don't know. I packed them boxes up, got in that office space, and I've been doing it ever since.
Come on, Jesus.
And it's been nothing but God. So I specialize in trauma, I specialize in codependency recovery, just truly helping people be able to live unapologetically them and just live the way that God has called them to live. So definitely Sonshine Be Still Therapy has been nothing but a blessing. Doing speaking engagements, having the opportunity to be in rooms and spaces where my voice is being used to just let people know, hey, I've done this work. That's why I let them know, like, everything that I discuss in therapy is because I've done the work as well. I'm continuously doing the work. It's every day.
I got to run a break right now.
Oh, and I've been sober for 5 years.
Yeah.
Let me run.
Okay.
Come on, Jesus. Let me run.
Yes.
Let me go to break right real quick, and we'll come back and go right back into that conversation.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be a part of this conversation, it's absolutely open for you. 850-432-7768. We'll be back with more, because we're talking complete wellness, the wholeness of wellness, right here on Sonshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car, because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families, and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
Don't forget you got to show my
And welcome
events.
back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sonshine's Corner. You made me laugh then, okay? We're talking with Joy, Dr. Joy. No, I give a person credit where credit is due. If God has given you that and you have maintained that, your name is Dr. Joy Powell.
Yes, it is.
Okay?
That's my name.
Wear it. Wear it. You inspired me to go back to school again.
Baby, look, don't put that on. Put that jacket on me. That's heavy. Do not put that jacket on me.
But no, because it's never too late. You understand what I'm saying? It's never too late. But I've been to school one time before at night. That's how I got my second degree. But the fact what I'm saying is, though, you have inspired me in so many ways. Dr. Martin.
Yeah. He gonna be calling in a minute.
Look, he gonna call us in a minute. That's my BFF. But he has inspired me in so ways. I mean, I guess he think, once I talk to him, he said, maybe I need to be a real doctor. But let me tell you, I say this. Let's go on, because there's so many other things we want to talk about. Let's talk about building a drug-free community. Better together. What's that about, Joy?
So that is, we really, when you talk about Escambia County, we score high on a whole lot of things that we should not score high on. The building Better Together is really talking about drug use and abuse among our youth. And so they're coming in to do a training, and I think we have the flyer. And so I want to say, if you're a parent or aunt, you don't always have to be sitting in spaces of social services or healthcare to get this knowledge, right? You need to know what's coming into your home. You need to know what to look for. You need to know all of this. So you have to make yourself readily available to learn.
Okay.
And so that event, I think, is on April 22nd. It was,
Hold on, let me say this, because last night, because I had to pull this, it may not have gone over.
okay.
But we can still talk about it, because I had to pull stuff up this morning on this.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
And so I'm sure you'll put it on social media. And there's a link to register.
Yes.
So it's a very timely conversation as it relates to all the different substances
that they're out there.
That are out there. I learn something new every time I sit in somebody's space and they're talking about it.
Exactly.
Even working through a homeless project and hand sanitizer. Like, certain things we can't put in homeless kids, because the hand sanitizer can become a drug if used the proper way.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on, somebody got a question now. Okay, let's have fun. Can we have fun for a moment?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who do you think's on the line?
That's Eric Marr.
Let's see. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. Good morning, Dr. Joy.
Good morning.
Joy, down here in my soul. Mateo, thank y'all for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're the co-host.
Oh,
This is
okay.
Look, if I'm out sick, that's gonna be the co-host. Okay.
I like it.
He'll probably say,
But you know what?
What?
Y'all bringing some great material to the viewers today. I have already sent text messages out with the links to the places. I done posted stuff on Facebook, because people need services. People are hurting out here today. And so, you know what? There are services that help the ones that need the help. And so we have to make sure that we spread the word and make sure that people have the knowledge.
Absolutely.
And I thank y'all for it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I do this show every day, and when I'm off the show, I don't have to worry about it. I know it's already on social media, because he's gonna go get those links, and he's gonna have it on social media before I'm done with the show, and he shares it with everybody.
So true.
That's amazing. You need someone like that.
Yeah.
Yin to yang. Y'all work
Hey,
together.
but he also gonna roll up his sleeves and come serve at that Thanksgiving.
He always there. Look, he was there last year, Mateo. He came that night before. He said, Sonshine, where they at? But what we did was he rolled up his sleeves and was right there with us the next morning at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Well, I can't wait to meet you.
I mean, everybody, you will get to meet Dr. Martin. He does not mind rolling up his sleeves. He'll pick up a broom. He'll pick up a mop. And honey, but when he dressed, he's running for king and I'm running for queen for Pink in the City this year.
Oh, for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's just a lot. Come on, but that's Dr. Martin. Thank you so much, Dr. Martin.
You're welcome. I thank y'all so much for what y'all doing and how y'all provided the great stuff, information for the community, because we need to be informed. If we don't be informed, then we're going to be lost, and we're not nowhere trying to be lost nowhere. We're going to be informed so we can make better decisions and better our lives. And I love this. If it's Health Wednesday or Wellness Wednesday, I love it. Love it.
Thank you, Eric. We love it. We love you too.
Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
Bye.
You too. I know.
She said Eric gonna call.
He'll call me.
Okay, how do we move from reacting to addiction to preventing it from the root? There was a person that I know. He had a problem, big time. Drugs will kill if you don't handle it right. And he died. And in his sleep. But when I find out, when I want people to hear this and to take the steps to find out what this is all about, you'll know the things to watch for, the things that you need to see. But it had been done and covered up for so long over this person's life throughout his whole life.
Functional.
He was a function. I mean, educated, good jobs, engineer. But the fact of it is, it had a hold on him. He covered it up for so long. And I could tell when I see this person, when they were really into it, they would become this size. And then all of a sudden, they'll get their weight back. But when it was up and down, when you disappear from me, I knew. But in the end, it killed him. In the sleep. Went through help, went to get help. But if it's not in your heart, you can't keep it. Yeah. How do we they can learn all this at this program that's going to be happening, right?
So I don't think that program is going to focus on addiction so much. I think it's going to show you the signs and symptoms of different
I get it.
Different devices people use. You see what I mean when I say devices? Sometimes the vape pens are laced with things. The little gummy candies that are plaguing the schools. So it's a whole lot.
Candy? Yeah, they got nerd packaging.
And so it's a whole lot of different things that are out there and it changes so much, right? That we have to stay abreast on it. The second thing that's coming up, which is our Faith Health Network class, April 30th, is Soul Shop. So what Soul Shop is, it is a, what's the word? It is a faith-based approach around suicide because nobody in the church wants to talk about the big S, right? Suicide. Nobody wants to talk about it. We've had a couple of instances here locally where some things have happened.
But of course.
But nobody wants to look at the signs, the symptoms. Nobody wants to tie it. I mean, everything that we need in our life is in that book. It is in the Bible. There were so many individuals that are in the Bible that had mental illness. Some of them, even Judas committed suicide.
Didn't he?
We just went through Holy Week, right? So it really ties back that, we can't just pray about it. We're going to have to pray and work. So when you hear people say it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist, that is healthy. That's balance. That's balance.
Exactly. And you said something there I think that's absolutely important. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of the persons that believe in prayer. I pray every day. I pray in the car. Not just one. I don't just wait till I go to bed. But I pray all throughout the day. I may be looking at you, but in my mind I could be praying. But God didn't create a therapist not to be used. Pray to him. He's going to direct you to her.
That's right. Yeah. Because faith without works
is dead.
Is dead.
And I love that Joy brought in the shirt because I did get new shirts, y'all. So just FYI, you can definitely, shameless plug, get some new shirts that says it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist.
Exactly.
At my website because that is definitely my thing. And I truly believe that with the addictions, with our community, and with Health and Hope, we received the opioid grant. And we're doing a lot of starting this month, life recovery groups, so helping people in addiction, but it is faith-based. They're gonna have a devotional, they'll have a Bible that they'll receive, and it ties it in. It is, like I said, I'm not opposed to people with AA or NA. I think it's great. It's what works best with the client. Whatever fits you is what's best for you. But this program here is gonna be able to give people that root and recognize that, hey, God, it talks about how God shows up in the addiction.
Exactly.
And that's what I have to, like Joy said, we get away from the sense of shying away from man-made religion instead of that true relationship, that God was around the people that were drug addicts, that he was around the sinners.
I got to go to break, but I'm going to say something, but she said it was so powerful. She said that religion and getting that relationship, religion versus relationship. Religion is man-made. Develop that relationship with God. We'll talk more about that when we return right here on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine. We are having a conversation today that's so imperative for the community. All of this information that we get, and when we have shows like this, I haven't gotten to question number 4 yet, and we have covered an hour. Can you believe we're down to the last few minutes?
Oh, I got something to say exciting about next month.
Oh, I can't. No, my old song said, I can't wait.
Next month for Wellness Wednesday, we're bringing the CEO of Baptist Healthcare, Mark Faulkner, and the Vice President of External Relations, Casey Garman. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, Casey and I have worked together for such a long time. What I love about Mark watched me for years. Then there was an article about me in a magazine. He picked up his email and he emailed me and said to me, I knew that's who you were. He said, I had watched you for years. But for him to pick up, to read that article about me, he said, now I understand why you do what you do. I still have that email. Now that's been years ago, before we had met face to face. But that spoke volumes to me about him. Because if he's just watching little old me, think about the things that he's over. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mateo?
Yes.
You think about what he's over, but he took the time to get on his computer to type and read the article and to say, I watch you, now I understand why I give or why I do what I do, because it's from the heart. That meant a lot to me. Yeah, I still had it. I printed that one.
Hey,
I mean,
keep the receipts. Keep the receipts. I do. Because sometimes you have those moments when you're, like you said, little on me, but Sunshine, not little on me.
I mean,
that's one of the first things we do. We dumb down.
And we minimize.
I got that little car, or that's just my little part.
Or we minimize our celebrations. And the thing is, because we've been so conditioned to feel like, oh, we can't really celebrate because other people don't have the same, or they're not being recognized. It's like, no. Exactly. Celebrate your small wins, celebrate the big wins, and celebrate even your losses at times, because they're not a loss, they're lessons.
Exactly. And I tell you, you said something. Thank you for saying that. I needed to hear that because I do that a lot. But what we talked about today, we didn't get to talk about, we're down to the last 4 minutes. It is so imperative, ladies and gentlemen. This show is going to air again this afternoon at 6 o'clock. And I'm going to have it on social media so everybody can go back again and watch this over and over. We'll be on YouTube today around noon. So I ask of you to please take this important information that we're sharing with you so that you can use it to better you. Don't hold it out on the inside, let it explode. Use it, release what needs to be released. And just, as she just went through it, Matea just went through it so easily. Joy comes in every week, every month. We need her here every day. I mean, she comes up with so much powerful information that she shared with the community. And that's what her hands are always open to do, to let people know. I didn't know about you, but I shall tell people about you now.
Thank you so much.
Because I know that you're there and I see what's in your heart. I'm not looking at your face, I'm looking at your eyes, because your eyes are the window to your soul. And I know that your eyes tell the truth. Your eyes always tell the truth. When you see a person can't look you in the eye, think twice. It's something. Because if I can't look at you, thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
I mean, thank you for what you do. I'm glad that you were an educator, but now you are educating.
That's good
That's
right
good
there.
stuff. I got goosebumps.
That's good right there.
I mean, thank you so much. And Joy, my love, I'll tell you, I say this every week. When something hit her, I don't give it 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I look up the text. But I appreciate that because I love her for that, I have that relationship with her, that I don't feel bad when she texts me. If I say something to her, I can text her, I know I'll get a call back. I appreciate that. That's building relationship, building trust. And that's what it takes, I think, to be successful in any business, anything that you do. You gotta have trust.
Right.
Trust is the key. I love you with a perfect kind of love, and I'm so glad that you have Mark and Casey coming on with us. We're gonna have fun.
Y'all show long.
Yeah, you will too. I've already told them what I told you I'm finding this set. My set gonna be real pretty that day.
Yeah.
I'm ordering it offline so I can have it cute. But the fact of it is, I thank you for all that you do, and it comes from the heart. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Matea, the way you came out and how you it all just flowed. I know that what you do is for the good of the community, and God is at the head of it.
Yes, right.
And continue to do that, because there are so many of you that need the help. If you do
so
not
many
have,
of us.
Huh?
Us. We have to use our statements. It's so many of us that need the help.
It's so many of us that need help.
So many of us.
Get the help that's there for us, ladies and gentlemen. Please take advantage of what God is allowing us the opportunity to get out to you, so you can use it right here on Sunshine's Corner. And I have to say to those, I got 1 minute. Let me say this. For those who I never get the opportunity to say thank you to, I appreciate you. I run up on people in the mall. I run up on people out in the neighborhood. Sunshine, I don't miss your show. I thank you for all the information that you're bringing to us, because without that, we wouldn't have it. Thank you so much. Gotta go. Leave it like I do every day. Never lose your focus. Always remember to keep God first in whatever you do. Handle it like that, and I'll guarantee you one thing, you'll be a total success. Until tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning for another day of sunshine. Know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Have a great day for now.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.